What's going on, team? It's Caddy with Money Investing. I hope that you all are having an amazing day. So in this video, I will be looking at the S&P 500 and the Dow Jones Index and do some technical analysis on those two market indices, and I'll give you guys an update on the markets as well. As always, if you guys enjoy this video, please make sure to drop a like. It really helps out with the channel and recommends this video to other people who might be interested in watching. Also, make sure that you subscribe if you're new and hit that notification bell so you don't miss out on any future market updates and videos related to investing and or technical breakdowns. So some big movers today. Salesforce reporting a strong quarter with record revenues of close to $5 billion with a net income of close to $2.63 billion. The margins on these cloud and software-based companies are absolutely crazy. More than 50% in net income margin is actually really good. They reported $2.85 per share in EPS on revenues of $5.15 billion, up from $4 billion about a year ago. Adjusted earnings were $1.44 per share against analyst estimates of 67 cents per share. So they absolutely crushed their estimates. And the much bigger catalyst was their inclusion in the Dow Jones Industrial Average. So they're going to be the first cloud company to be included in the Dow Jones, replacing the giant ExxonMobil that's been around since the 1900s. So it's a pretty big deal for Salesforce and the Dow Jones Industrial Average. So this right here is the chart for Salesforce, ticker symbol CRM, and you guys can see that on the day, as of the time of this video, they were up over 3%, trading at $216.05, and after their earnings came out, which is going to be right here, they essentially jumped all the way, hitting new all-time highs at $245. So this right here was a big push higher of over 14% or $31 per share, trading all the way as high as $245 per share. So now talking about some other macroeconomic data, the US Census reported a 36% surge in sales of newly built homes in the month of July. And the residential real estate market, in my opinion, just feels like it's on fire because of the low interest rate environment that we're in, and sellers are getting 10, even 20% above asking price, which is being driven by these bidding wars. Now, Facebook rallying over 3% as well after unveiling a series of tools designed to expand their shopping on its social media platforms. Oil futures hitting highest levels since March to $1.40 per gallon, as there are concerns related to the storm and fuel shortages. Now, talking about Jerome Powell, he speaks on Thursday, August 27th, to go over some monetary policy framework and provide us with some future guidance related to inflation, the unemployment, interest rates, and the economic recovery. So now we're going to jump over to the pattern for the S&P 500 and the Dow Jones and essentially map out some key support and resistance levels and what we need to watch from a technical standpoint remainder of the week. Alright guys, so here we are inside my TradingView platform looking at ticker symbol SPX, which is going to be the S&P 500. As of the time of this video, the markets were up close to 36 basis points, closing in at 34.43, and the markets are just hitting new all-time highs. S&P 500 and NASDAQ more specifically have just been on a tear for the last few weeks to a month. So going back as far as July 30th, you can see that S&P 500 essentially gone up over 7%, which is quite significant for this index. So the volatility has been really crazy lately, and despite the fact where we are in terms of the entire economic recovery, the S&P just finds a way to rally at least 20, 30, 40 basis points, if not more. So from a technical standpoint, I think there's not a lot to cover from a price action standpoint as well, because we're just hitting new, fresh all-time highs. We don't know where the next resistance is going to be. If you were to kind of pull back, you can see that we have never been in this price ever before, right? So it needs to develop in this price territory and help us understand where that next resistance is going to be, when we are going to see that minor pullback, if that ever happens, right? So in this market environment, it just doesn't stop. The markets have just been rallying, and congratulations again to everyone who's been able to take advantage of this huge market rally and profit significantly on the entire move for the S&P 500 and the NASDAQ. That being said, if it were to pull back on the 4-hour chart, you guys know that there's going to be a few support levels for us to really watch very closely. The first one is going to be at the 3,400 level. That is going to be right here. that has previously acted as some strong resistance. So going back as far as August 19th, you can see that we were getting rejected at the 3400 level. We hit that level twice, pulled back all the way down to 3351, and then finally broke out of that 3400 resistance and now hitting all-time highs at 3440. So now going over the Dow Jones Industrial Average, I haven't really given you guys a much of a technical update on that index. So what I will do is I'll essentially go over how the pattern's been trading, where it's coming from relative to March lows, and where the all-time highs are for this index. So this right here is the only index that actually has not yet hit an all-time high, right? So NASDAQ and the S&P 500, they're both well past above their February highs, but the Dow Jones still needs to cover some ground. The all-time high basically sits at 29,500, right around that level, so we're still shy, close to about 13 to 1,200 points that the Dow Jones essentially needs to cover. So based on the pattern right now, there's definitely, looking at the previous pattern, it's right where the resistance is, because of the fact that we have previously found support at this level at 28,250. So if I were to go ahead and put a trend line right there, you guys will notice that going back as far as the last week of January, we pulled back all the way down to that level, and the Dow Jones essentially pushed up to make new all-time highs. So now we've done an incredible job coming from March lows when the Dow Jones was at close to 18,000. It has rallied close to over 55%, going up all the way to its near-term resistance, which is going to be sitting at 28,250 in my opinion. And you guys will notice, if I were to kind of zoom in, that was also kind of like a level where we partially touched going back as far as August 11th, and then had a minor pullback. We retraced up to that level, and then today, as of the time of this video, Dow Jones is down close to 21 basis points. So I would not be surprised if we do see some type of a minor pullback down to the 50 exponential moving average, and this right here could potentially start acting as an ongoing continued support, which is going to be sitting at 27,500, where we have previously gone rejected. So that's a resistance, which in turn became a really strong support more recently, going back as far as August 20th. So that, in my opinion, could be a strong support moving forward that we need to watch very closely. And then the next resistance is going to be exactly where the Dow Jones is trading at 28,250 level, which is where we have previously found support, which in my opinion can now start acting as a strong resistance. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video and my quick technical breakdown on those two market indices and my market update on other stocks as well. If you did, please make sure to drop a like. It really helps out with the channel and recommends this video to other people who might be interested in watching. Also, make sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell so you don't miss out on any future market updates and videos related to investing and or technical breakdowns. As always, happy investing, and I will see you guys in the next video.